4G network, covering 2,000 more 4G cities and towns than Verizon. AT&T, rethink possible.
Diablo, man, aquí en piloto, me dejó loco.
Introducing Default Prepaid.
Come get it. Come get it.
It's not for colds. It's not for pain. It's just for sleep. Because sleep is a beautiful thing. Introducing Z-Quil, the non-alcoholic makers of NyQuil. Sun damage, age spots.
Oye, me tienes ese político por la verdad.
Everywhere you turn, you see the Hyundai Sonata.
Bye.
Waiting for the price to come down.
I'm leaving.
You win during Hyundai's Labor Day week sales drive, where now you can get a Sonata for not $199, not $179, but $159 a month, or 0.9% APR. Plus, you'll get up to an EPA estimated 35 mpg highway. $159 a month or 0.9% APR. That's what's worth waiting for, and that makes you the winner during Hyundai's Labor Day week sales drive. Hurry your deal now. $159 a month lease ends September 10th.
What? You are still paying full price for prescriptions? You're kidding. With the Big Apple RX card, New York City's official prescription discount card, you can save an average of $290 per person per year. That could add up to hundreds of dollars per family.
Mierda, pero dame una manito, no.
Pharmacy. Get your free Big Apple RX card and start saving today. Go to BigAppleRx.com or call 311. That's BigAppleRx.com or call 311. Start saving big on your prescriptions right away.
Going out with them through hell like that and up when you know you can never look down.
I don't want anything to do with me anymore.
Once in my life, I'm going to do something.
Oye, segundo piso.
It is overwhelming.
Mierda, loco.
Breaking on their show, Sunday at 10, only on TLC.
At 8:14 a.m., air traffic controllers at Boston's Logan Airport clear United 175 for takeoff. Ahead of 175 that morning is American Airlines 11.
Good boy. Come.
And on board American 11, we're waiting on Ada and his team hijackers.
As Flight 175 starts to climb, American 11 has just leveled off at 26,000 feet. Boston air traffic instructs Flight 11 to climb to 35,000 feet. There's no response.
Right after 8:14, the hijacking American 11 begins. The muscle hijackers seated in the front storm the cockpit, somehow gain entry. More than likely, they kill the pilot by slitting their throats, and then bring Muhammad Ada.
Oh my God, no dejes cogerlo.
Come. Ven para acá.
Air traffic controllers at Boston Center repeatedly try to reach Flight 11. There is no reply. Then, at 8:21 a.m., the transponder on Flight 11 abruptly shuts off.
Every airplane that flies in the United States and overseas has what's called a transponder on board. It's a discrete code that they can actually input in, which sends us a code back that we're allowed to track.
They had apparently in their heads that they were going to make these airplanes invisible by doing this. Well, that's not true. They started making it difficult.
Tú puedes, come on.
They could still keep the tag on and follow the track of the aircraft. But we have no idea his altitude is. And his last reported altitude, he was 29,000 feet, which is flight over 290.
I was always wondering if they had a small handheld GPS device on board, which they were just able to input the coordinates of the city.
Even without this, it would have been a fairly simple thing to watch outside, make a turn to the south, West Coast bound flights, and then start looking for the outline of New York City. As air traffic in Boston Center, which has noticed that the transponder is off, we contact American 11. All of a sudden, at about 8:24, they hear a suspicious transmission.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
From Flight 11 is believed to be that of Mohammed Ada, who is piloting the plane.
He was trying to calm the passengers by telling them that this is a hijacking like all the others. They would have some demands, they went back to the airport, and everything would be fine. Waiting
was attempting to do was to talk to the passengers. You could tell that by what he said. But the fact was he transmitted it in the open on a radio frequency.
The pilots of United 175 were originally on the same frequency as American 11. So they actually heard all the transmissions.
Oh my God.
being made by at the time.
When you hear something weird on the radio as a pilot, and we do quite often, you may look at each other and go, what the heck is that? But unless there's something to link it to, you're probably not going to say anything more about it.
Loco, pero con un reguero de mojones que estamos jugando, loco. Oh my God.
Don't report the suspicious transmission right away. But at Boston Center, a lot of things are going on. Air traffic controller takes over tracking Flight 11.
Everybody in the facility kind of knew that there was something really wrong at this point. You got an American airliner at 29,000 feet, transponder's not working, and he was flying at great speed, and he's not talking to anybody.
Boston Center now assumes Flight 11 has been hijacked. Normally in these situations, pilots would input a specific code.
And it blinks up and shows emergency on our radar scope. And then the code also they can put out there for hijack. And it shows and it reads hijack.
Mira.
But in this case, he just turned the transponder off, so we had him covered it up.
At 8:38, the military liaison from Boston FAA Center calls the Northeast sector in Rome, New York, and reports that there's a hijack.
Me dieron loco con granada, con de todo, man.
From the FAA. And I picked up the line and identified myself to the Boston Center controller. And he said he was very, was kind of stumbling a bit. You could tell he was very concerned.
All right, Boston Center, we have a problem here. We have this hijacked aircraft headed towards New York, and someone just strangled some F-16s or something up the south.
Is this real world or?
No, it's not next Saturday, I guess.
At Otis Air Force Base in and Major Nasty get orders to respond.
Diablo, casi me te suena empatado.
He said it's Otis Tower, something about hijacking. He said this is the real thing. Stuff came in and said that there was possible hijacking.
The fighter pilots are airborne and headed south within minutes. Around this time, United Flight 175 has just reached its cruising altitude.
Flight attendants may have started backward service. At that point, the flight is fairly normal as far as the passengers are concerned.
I had asked United 175 how the weather was. And he told me you could see miles and miles and miles. And I told him, I said, I want you to look at your 2 o'clock and look at about 29,000 feet. Tell me if you see an American 767. And he came back. He said, yeah, I see him out there. He's southbound. Southbound to 29,000 feet. Well, I turned United. Degrees to the right. I want to make sure I keep you away from this aircraft.
For any of us at any time, at any part of airspace, to be told, stay out of the way of another jetliner. What in the world is going on? That was all sorts of alarms in the minds of the pilots.
At 8:41 a.m., Jayden hands Flight 175 off to New York's Air Traffic Control Center, where controller Dave Batiglia takes over. Batiglia has been directing planes for more than 20 years.
United 175. On my frequency, how I am tracking it. The very first word we heard the threatening transmissions from American 11.
That would be 175's last transmission with the ground. The pilots of 175 have no idea that they are just moments away from the same fate.
We're looking for American 11. He's still flying, but he is heading southeastbound right towards New York City. And as he gets close to the city, we're wondering if he was going to go to the airports.
One of my fellow controllers on the other side of the room, I heard him say, that airplane's going to hit the World Trade Center.
At 8:46 a.m., American 11 suddenly disappears from
I heard the sound that was a shriek or it was nothing I'd ever heard, certainly like a missile. American 11
We're around the 93rd floor, going a pretty astonishing rate of speed, almost 500 miles an hour. Obviously, rain and probably hundreds on the floors that were impacted were killed.
Right after American 11's numerous airplanes and pilots.
¡Qué dramático! Mira.
There's heavy
Drama.
coming out of one of the towers.
Drama.
Everybody looked up at the same time. A lot of people in the street below.
As chaos erupts around, terror is unfolding in the skies.
And he said, I'm on a hijacked plane, and it doesn't look good.
You'll spare me, people women, but do we need the last?
Last 24 hours with anti-smudge.
Oh!
All your drama.
Who knew I said this day could last this long?
Last 24 hours from CoverGirl.
I punished her because she does not follow rules. You want to take over this school with me?
You think that's tough?
I think it's a knockout. Watching it reminded me of something I've been missing.
If you're on campus, you will be arrested.
All out war is how we gotta look at it.
We gotta see the things we want to see.
Going back down. Let's fight Asher Levant. Free BG, September 28th. Hey, check it out. She's using the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser Bath Scrubber.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen one up close.
Around the sink.
That it removes 3 times more soap scum per swipe, and it came from outer space.
It is not from outer space.
No, man, it's from outer space. They're aliens on an intergalactic cleanliness mission. They're here to clean up the universe. Everybody's in on the clean conspiracy, man. I can't even trust myself.
For an out-of-this-world clean, there's Mr. Clean Magic Eraser Bath Scrubber. And try new Mr. Clean Bath Spray with Shine Shield for a shine that lasts up to 7 days.
This toothpaste feels very different from a standard toothpaste.
It's not like a regular toothpaste tube I've ever seen before. Cornell Isolate comes in a can.
Ustedes que vienen en que motoconcho.
Once you put it in your mouth and start brushing your teeth with it, it starts this foaming action. This foam seems to just get in around all the different parts of your teeth. I do recommend Cornell to my patients. Cornell Isolate is going to strengthen the enamel that you have and help the teeth become resistant to the effects of acid erosion.
Don't talk about that, but they do talk about always infinity. It's like memory foam. The only pad made from a revolution.